All right, have and have not fans. Now, I haven't recorded a video yet about our Candace and Charles getting back together. So in this particular video, let's talk about Candace being, and excuse the phrase because this is pretty much what she's best known as, the bad bitch that we know her to be. Now, when it comes to being kicked to the curb by Charles, it looks like Candace is legitimately trying to turn over a new leaf, which was the best episode of season 6 in my opinion, hence why I gave it a 10 out of 10. If you want to know why, watch my episode review of A New Leaf. Now, I think a lot of people are wondering if Candace is going to get revenge on Charles for something she said in the episode 15 minutes where her and Charles are cuddling and she said, "Charles, if you hurt me, just know I'm going to hurt you back." And based off the brief conversation between Oliver and Charles after Candace was basically forced out of the house, is like, do you think she's going to be trouble? Yeah. And I think things are going to get even worse when it's like, hey, Oliver, go easy on her in regards to the statement that they're going to make in order to kind of distance Candace and Charles from each other. But if it gets bad, let's say if Candace tries to retaliate, then they're literally going to have to trash her in the media. Now, what is the best way for Candace to get revenge on Charles? Now, there is the debate of what if Candace ends up being pregnant by Charles. That'll definitely be probably the worst way to get back. But I think it'll be pretty sad, though, because, you know, with Candace losing a child, then getting a child, or getting pregnant by a man that literally tossed her to the curb, I wouldn't want that to happen if things got ugly between the two, just due to the fact that, you know, she's lost so much. And yeah, I know Candace has done a lot. I'm actually going to be a little bit softer on Candace in this video. But in regards to revenge, I think aside from the whole pregnancy thing, I think one of the better ways to get back at Charles is to expose him to the public. I do feel like that would be a major plot hole, but hear me out. Charles has said plenty of times that the things he has done in his past were so bad that it makes Candace's past look like nothing in comparison. Yet we do know that even the FBI, the Attorney General, the current administration weren't able to find anything dirty on Charles, hence why they're using Candace as a way to get to Charles and ruin his reputation. So whoever cleaned up Charles's past was so good that not even Landon could find a speck of dirt on Charles's background. So, I mean, there have been a couple of times where Charles has shown his Chucky side to Landon and even surprised him with how, you know, well, badass and scary he can be. Now, when Charles is talking to Candace, this has been brought up several times during the conversations, like, hey, if you want to know about my past, just go online and look me up. And I'm like, what? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Now, if your dirty criminal shadowy past, if your controversial past is as accessible to find on Google like it is to how to cook a hamburger, then why was the Attorney General not able to find anything to, you know, throw mud in his face? What's it called? Muckrake. I think the political term is muckraker. It's one of those few things I just remember from civics class for some reason. Basically, whenever people, you know, find muck to throw on politicians running for a certain office, or if they're, you know, already in office, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So let's put it this way. If Candace is able to just go online and find dirty things about Charles and then use that as blackmail or pretty much in order to fight back, because remember, at this point things are falling apart for Candace because of the people she has conned in the past, these powerful CEOs, people involved in politics and the government. All of them are like, hey, that whore in the White House, she did this and this to me. So that's what's causing all the backlash and people to look into her past. Now, remember that at the moment, Charles's administration hasn't put out a statement yet. I imagine that after that statement, it's going to make Candace feel even worse, because it's like, I thought we meant something to each other, and now he's literally just, not only was I forced out of his home that he brought me to, but now he's going to slander me in the media. Not to mention, you know, Charles did tell Oliver to go easy, but that's going to be a separate video in itself. I imagine that Candace might want to get back at him for that, and the best way to do that is to destroy his squeaky clean image, which again, I find that to be very difficult to do because of his past being so clean, or excuse me, being clean by whoever was the guy that cleaned up his past, which wasn't Landon. When I'm guessing this was something that was done when he was running for senator. Now, you could make the argument that Landon would help out, but once again, I don't think that was possible unless he finds ways to find the guy that cleaned up Charles's past in order to get the dirt, in order to get revenge because he got fired. This is actually a good theory, but in terms of looking at the nuts and bolts of it, it doesn't make sense because it's a major plot hole. So certain things will have to line up. So let me know what you think. What do you think Candace is going to do in order to get revenge for Charles? I honestly think she won't do anything until it comes down to Charles and his political team trashing her in the media. That's what I think is going to be the trigger for that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button, the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any new content. If you've been a long time subscriber, you know good and well that sometimes I'm uploading 10 videos a week, 10 plus videos a week. Really depends on my mood and what news breaks. So be on the lookout for my will Candace and Charles get back together video. And yeah, we'll talk later. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps, $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.